Throughout human history, cultures around the world have sought to understand the mysteries of life, death, and the afterlife. Central to many of these explorations are the concepts of heaven and hell, realms often associated with reward and punishment. These ideas have evolved across civilizations, taking on unique characteristics shaped by geography, religion, and societal norms. Despite their differences, a common thread runs through many myths: the desire to make sense of human existence and provide moral guidance. In ancient Greek mythology, the afterlife was envisioned as a complex and stratified world ruled by Hades. The underworld, often referred to simply as Hades, was divided into distinct regions. Elysium, or the Elysian Fields, was a paradise reserved for the righteous and heroic. It was a place of eternal peace and happiness, where souls could enjoy a blissful existence. In contrast, Tartarus was a dark and desolate pit of torment, reserved for the wicked and those who defied the gods. The River Styx, one of the 5 rivers of the underworld, served as a boundary between the world of the living and the dead. Charon, the ferryman, transported souls across the river, but only if they had the proper payment. This dichotomy between Elysium and Tartarus mirrors the concepts of heaven and hell found in later religious traditions. In Norse mythology, the afterlife was also divided into realms with contrasting fates for the dead. Those who died bravely in battle were taken to Valhalla, a magnificent hall in Asgard presided over by Odin. There, warriors enjoyed endless feasting and preparation for Ragnarok, the apocalyptic battle at the end of the world. Valhalla represented a form of heavenly reward for valor and courage. On the other hand, those who died of sickness or old age were often sent to Hell, a cold and dreary realm ruled by the goddess Hel. Unlike the fiery torment often associated with Hell in later Christian traditions, Hell was characterized by its bleakness and separation from the joys of Valhalla. The Norse conception of the afterlife emphasized honor and bravery, reflecting the warrior ethos of the culture. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the journey to the afterlife was fraught with challenges and tests. The deceased had to navigate the perilous duat, a realm filled with monsters and traps. At the heart of this journey was the weighing of the heart ceremony, presided over by the god Osiris and the goddess Maat. The heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather of Maat, which represented truth and justice. If the heart was found to be pure and free of wrongdoing, the soul was granted entry to the field of reeds, a lush and fertile paradise akin to heaven. However, if the heart was heavy with sin, it was devoured by Ammit, a fearsome creature with the head of a crocodile, the body of a lion, and the hindquarters of a hippopotamus. This annihilation of the soul was a fate worse than eternal torment, as it represented complete obliteration. Hinduism offers a rich and complex vision of the afterlife, shaped by the concepts of karma and reincarnation. Heaven and hell are not permanent destinations but rather temporary realms where souls experience the consequences of their actions. Svarga, often depicted as a heavenly realm presided over by Indra, is a place of pleasure and delight where virtuous souls enjoy the fruits of their good deeds. Conversely, Naraka is a hellish realm where souls undergo purification through suffering. There are multiple levels of Naraka, each corresponding to different types of sins. However, once the karmic debt is repaid, the soul is reincarnated and given another chance to attain liberation, or moksha. This cyclical view of existence emphasizes personal responsibility and the transformative power of spiritual growth. Buddhism shares similarities with Hinduism in its conception of heaven and hell. The realms of existence are part of the samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The 6 realms include heavenly worlds inhabited by divine beings and hellish realms characterized by intense suffering. However, these states are not eternal but are determined by one's actions and mental states. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is to break free from samsara and attain nirvana, a state of liberation and freedom from suffering. The emphasis is on cultivating wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness to overcome the causes of suffering. In Abrahamic religions, the concepts of heaven and hell are more defined and permanent. Christianity, for example, envisions heaven as a place of eternal communion with God, where the righteous enjoy peace, joy, and the presence of divine love. Hell, on the other hand, is often depicted as a realm of eternal torment and separation from God. These ideas are rooted in biblical texts and have been further developed by theologians over the centuries. The imagery of fire, brimstone, and unending anguish has become synonymous with the Christian concept of hell. However, interpretations vary among different denominations, with some emphasizing a more metaphorical understanding of these states. Islam also presents a vivid portrayal of the afterlife, with paradise, Jannah, and hell, Jahannam, serving as ultimate destinations based on one's deeds and faith. Jannah is described as a garden of eternal bliss, filled with rivers of milk and honey, lush greenery, and unimaginable delights. It is a reward for those who have lived righteously and followed the guidance of Allah. Jahannam, in contrast, is a place of fiery torment and punishment for those who have rejected faith and committed grievous sins. The Quran provides detailed descriptions of both realms, emphasizing the importance of moral conduct and devotion. In Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest monotheistic religions, the afterlife is determined by the balance of good and evil deeds. The Chinvad Bridge, or the Bridge of the Separator, serves as a passage to the afterlife. Souls that have led virtuous lives cross the bridge with ease and are welcomed into the house of song, a paradise of light and joy. Those who have lived sinful lives find the bridge narrow and treacherous, leading them to the house of lies, a dark and desolate place of suffering. This dualistic vision of the afterlife reflects the cosmic struggle between the forces of good and evil. Indigenous cultures around the world have their own unique interpretations of heaven and hell. Native American tribes, for example, often view the afterlife as a continuation of the natural world. The spirit world is seen as a place of harmony and connection with ancestors and the elements. In some traditions, the path to the afterlife involves crossing a river or ascending a sacred mountain. The emphasis is on maintaining balance and respect for the natural order. Similarly, the Maori people of New Zealand believe in a journey to the homeland of Hawaii, where the spirits of the dead reunite with their ancestors. The concepts of heaven and hell are not limited to religious traditions but also appear in folklore and literature. Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy is a masterpiece that vividly depicts the journey through hell, purgatory, and heaven. The Inferno section, in particular, has had a profound influence on Western perceptions of hell, with its detailed descriptions of punishments tailored to specific sins. Similarly, John Milton's Paradise Lost explores the themes of sin, redemption, and the cosmic struggle between good and evil. Across cultures and traditions, the ideas of heaven and hell serve multiple purposes. They provide a framework for understanding the mysteries of existence, offer moral guidance, and address the human desire for justice. The promise of heavenly reward and the threat of hellish punishment have been powerful tools for shaping behavior and reinforcing societal norms. They also reflect the universal quest for meaning and the hope for transcendence beyond the limitations of mortal life. While the specifics of heaven and hell vary, the underlying themes of accountability, transformation, and the search for harmony remain constant. These concepts continue to evolve, adapting to changing cultural contexts and philosophical perspectives. By exploring the diverse interpretations of heaven and hell across myths and traditions, we gain insight into the rich tapestry of human imagination and the enduring questions that define our existence.